Hello everyone, this is Marie Blue Angel and I am back with Binary Star Hero. Very excited to get back into the game and continue the story, so let's just cut to the chase. I think we are watching something on the TV and we're noting how the portrayal of Binary Star is different than how Ray actually appears to us, the character. So let's see exactly what we're going to get into. As the nightclub continued around them, Binary Star leaned in closer, his voice becoming softer. YN, your smile has the power to ignite a light within me, a light that burns brighter than any danger I face. I've fallen deeply in love with you. Sounds like fun fanfic here. YN's breath caught in her throat as she stared into Binary Star's mesmerizing red eyes. Should have said red orbs, obviously. A wave of emotions washed over her, threatened to pull her to sea, and she found herself unable to form words. Instead, she expressed her feelings through a heartfelt smile that mirrored his own. YN's heart soared at his words, her eyes shining with unspoken affection. She felt a deep connection with Binary Star, one that extended beyond his heroic persona. I scrolled past a couple of chapters of the lovey-dovey stuff to find the risque parts. Here we are. Binary Star looks down at me with lust draped across his ruby eyes. His formed chest heaved in lusty promises. um, I'm just gonna keep laughing. So, you wanna read these? Go ahead. I'm gonna. You can pause whenever you need to. I'm reading. Just like when I saved the bridge from collapsing. I laugh out loud, truly. I wonder if the inconsistency in characters because nobody really knows how Binary Star would react to being horny. Probably. Every word makes me laugh. It's also, I mean, fanfic is fanfic, you know? There's many levels of them, I would think. As I can't help imagining Ray saying these ridiculous lines. Time flies by as I become absorbed in Binary Star fanfiction. Okay, so we weren't watching TV. We were reading fanfic, which makes more sense. The door sounds and Ray enters through my apartment door. After walking in, he pauses, giving me a curious look. You look like you are up to no good, Marie. He looks tired, smelling a bit like smoke. You aren't in your hero uniform. I didn't do any frontline hero work today. Just some paperwork. Okay. Went to the office. I guess you wouldn't wear your superhero outfit when you are just doing admin stuff. Good to know. I hop up, approaching him. You smell like smoke. Oh, do I? Sorry. There was a fire nearby the office. It must have settled in my hair. Mind if I take a shower here? Sure, you know where the towels are. Thanks. Ray showers and the smell of soap fills up the apartment. I put on some music and open up the window to let some fresh air in. I think back to the news on the TV earlier today. It is a little weird that a building fire wasn't featured. Truly, so what did he do instead? He might not have been in the front lines in the same sense of what we saw on the TV earlier, like in the last video, but maybe he was doing some work to track down Double. Perhaps. I mean, I'm sure it hasn't been that long since all of this has happened. So that's very plausible, I think. Guess we'll see. Ray gets out of the shower, drying his hair off with a towel. Ray, I think I'm going a little stir crazy. I don't know how much more time I'll be able to stay cooped up inside. I mean, fair. Ray grimaces. I know, I'm sorry. I'm just worried something will happen to you. but I won't be able to find you. I was actually thinking, in the meantime, until we find Double, would you move in with me? I already spoke my thoughts about how I feel about this. Like, I understand, like, we do need to recover, but we also can't be kept inside. I don't know. My instincts say, please don't do any of this. Like, I mean, I guess like double definitely can still get to us, I would think. But I don't know if it's a good idea to be cooped up inside. It's like, shouldn't we go talk to our friends? Like, at least go see Haley. I mean, I think they would. I mean, they don't even have to know what happened, but like, they would be shaken up. Plus Miles, they would all be shaken up by what just happened in terms of like the attacks on the West District and everything. We'll see. Uh, my place is larger, so you can move around a bit more. It also has better security, so you won't have to feel worried about staying here. I chew on my lip. I don't know. That's kinda sudden. He pats my head. I guess that was a bit sudden. Sorry. Maybe just think about it. I don't think it's very safe for you here. As long as Double's around and knows where you live, there's a chance that he can come get you at any time. And honestly, that scares me. Marie, there isn't much time. Ray's phone buzzes. Sorry, I have to take this. He picks it up, leaving my apartment. My heart can't stop pounding at his offer. What the hell? That was so sudden. He isn't wrong that I am in a varying worry a very varying. He isn't wrong that I am in a very worrying position. But abandoning my apartment to move in with him seems extreme. Fair. I mean, I'm with you on that. I don't know. I don't know if it's a good idea, to be honest. I don't know what people think, but I don't know if this is the best idea either. After half an hour or so, the phone. Uh, After half an hour or so on the phone, I can hear the front door close. Ray returns inside. Sorry, some work stuff. No worries. Have you eaten yet? I shake my head. Not yet. Can I make you something? What? You do not have to cook me a meal in my own apartment. I don't mind. He walks towards the small kitchenette. To be honest, I enjoy cooking. I don't get a lot of opportunities to cook for someone else. So I'd like to, if that is okay with you. I guess so. I just feel bad. I should be cooking for you. Ray gives me a little smirk. I'm not sure if I trust your cooking. You act like I'd poison you. I'm impervious to poison, so you wouldn't do any damage to me with that method. You say that as if I can do damage to you in other ways. Ray just smiles as he starts to chop up some vegetables. I watch him in the kitchen as my music plays in the background. He was surprisingly skilled at cooking. Soon enough, dinner was made, and I sit down at the table with Ray. The veggie pasta smells delicious. Wow, Ray. He looks proud of his work. Dive in. Yay for veggie pasta. Sounds yummy. Good thing I've already had a meal, so I'm not going to be tempted to feel like I want to eat just because I'm reading about yummy veggie pasta. I mumble thanks for the meal before starting to eat. Wow. This is really good, Ray. Ray laughs. The pasta was incredibly good. If you have any preferences, let me know. I can cook just about anything. When did you learn how to cook? This is so good. I'd be happy with this again. Noted. I make quick work of dinner, not realizing how hungry I had been. After dinner, I tried to do the dishes, but Ray ended up helping anyways. It was a strange feeling, living together, even though we technically weren't. When cleanup was done, we sat and chatted about various things. My place has a pretty large kitchen, and it does feel like a shame not to use it, so I try to make the most of it. I level a look at Ray. What? I'm still surprised you can cook so well. Same here. I have other skills outside of saving citizens in distress, you know. I read about some of your skills earlier today. I joke. Ray gives me a skeptical look, referring to the fanfiction, obviously. Is that right? I pick up my phone and click on a random binary star fanfiction I was reading earlier. This is so funny. Great. Read if you want to. This is so funny. He's like, the hell? Ray walks over, standing over me. He's reading the fanfic. My lord. Wow, Ray, pretty bold of you. In public at a nightclub, too. Ray glances up from the phone with a skeptical look. How would I have written this? No, it's fanfiction. There are thousands of these. Okay, obviously. Keep reading. What's gonna happen? I don't want to be dragged to the back of a club. Personally, but my teasing has fully backfired. Yeah, it did. Okay. My face heats up and I scoot back as I'm sure he can hear my heartbeat from where I sit. No, I just thought it was funny. Ray shrugs. Too bad. Let me know if you change your mind. Too bad? Ray saunters off to the window to light a cigarette, per usual. We're getting a lot of this CG. I am unable to look him in the eye and I hear him chuckle. I get up and get ready to go to sleep. I lay down in bed, hyper aware of Ray's presence, but he stands looking out the window. With Ray watching over me, I am able to slowly drift off to sleep. I wake up in the middle of the night. Ray's lowered voice bounces off the walls softly. Yeah, I did it. What else do you want me to say? So, what are you going to do? Actually, let me rephrase that. What can you do? No, I'd rethink that if I were you. If you want to put me on trial, the reputation of your best hero is tarnished. You can fire me if you want. I'd gladly take the vacation. See? Nothing else you can do. So he did something today. Or recently. He went rogue? Maybe. What now? Well, I'd recommend you keep a leash on your other heroes. Keep them the fuck away from my personal life. Frankly, I'd recommend that for any of you. We both know what I'm capable of, and I'm no longer satisfied with playing nice. Ray glances at me, and I shut my eyes to pretend I'm asleep. I mean, if anything, we should not have opened our eyes. We could have just listened. I'm unsure if he saw me looking at him, but he walks over and sits near me on the edge of the bed. He pats my head softly. He must have thought I was tossing and turning. After my breathing evens, he continues talking on the phone. I look forward to watching the Naha actually do their fucking job for once. Please, be my guest. Tell Herschel. There isn't anything he can do either. Then you better contact risk management. There is nothing the Naha can do to make me back down. I'm getting what I want. And frankly, as far as I'm concerned, everything else can burn. Very intense. That's about all I have to say regarding that. Last thing, I'm going to be late getting to work tomorrow. Ray glances at me. I have decided to sleep in. Good night. Ray hangs up the phone. He gazes down at me, his thumb tracing the features of my face. Did I wake you up? I open my eyes slowly. The moonlight blankets Ray like a halo, giving him an ethereal glimmer. I shake my head slowly. A ghost of a smirk appears on his face. You're a good liar, Marie. Is everything okay? Ray gets into bed next to me, his familiar warmth comforting. He runs his fingers down my cheek, leaning in. You don't have to worry about anything. I'm so concerned right now. I'll take care of everything. Go back to sleep. I nod and lay my head back down. Soon, everything fades into a familiar darkness. The soft sound of footsteps wake me up. My eyes flutter open to the sunlight peeking through the windows. What do we think that was all about? I mean, it definitely has to do with something about keeping our character safe, but he did something that definitely wasn't, like, allowed by Naha and everything. And he said, like, keep other heroes out of my personal life, so I don't know if, like, I also think about, like, that cat that visited us. Was that another hero? Maybe. And if he had smoke in his hair, maybe he did start a fire or something else happened, like burning something, someone, I don't know, setting a building on fire. I don't know. We'll just have to see. Who knows? How early is it? It's 8 a.m. Ah, Ray! I whip my head over to Ray, who stands there looking surprised. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to shock you. No, it's okay. You just usually aren't here in the mornings. Ray gives a wry smile. You make me sound like a bad hookup or something. Do you want me to do the walk of shame or something? No. Though, I'm sure you could do a pretty good walk of shame. Ray laughs. Wow, what do you take me for? I do have to leave for work soon, though. Do you mind if I shower here before leaving? No, go for it. Don't worry, I'll be out of your hair soon. He retreats into the bathroom. I eye his duffel bag that he always brings with him. I know it isn't a nice thing to do, but after everything that has been going on, I can hardly be blamed for being a little skeptical. I can't disregard what I saw in that warehouse. I can't disregard what was spoken about on the phone last night. I can't disregard my safety by having him around my apartment so often without knowing if he's dangerous or not. Okay, we're thinking about it. Okay, good. Good. Oh, okay. I first poke at his duffel bag. I don't know if I'm going to get a choice. Then I slowly open it. Inside were some changes of clothing. Just a sweatshirt and some jeans. I smell them, but nothing seems off. They smell like Ray, slightly of pine and toasted sugar. While I'm digging around in his clothing, I accidentally shake loose a carton of cigarettes. I would probably need some stress relief if a whole city relied on me, too. I feel something hard in a pocket that looks like a pen I used to have. There isn't much in his duffel bag. What is this pen? Is this our pen? Some clothing, a notebook, some keys, a couple of phones. I hear a bump in the shower and realize I probably don't have too much more time to snoop. Notebook? I glanced at a small notebook. It seemed like an odd thing to carry for a superhero. I flip it open. On the pages, there are small drawings of different planets and notes. The drawings and notes go on for pages and pages. Something about the handwriting feels off to me. To confirm my suspicion, I hop to my nightstand. I open the nightstand, grabbing the coffee sleeve from Ray I've kept. My suspicions were correct. The handwriting on the coffee sleeve and the handwriting from the first good chunk of pages in the notebook are not similar at all. As the pages continue, the handwriting gets closer to the handwriting that is on the coffee sleeve. Is this all Ray, or is this someone else's too? The drawings on the pages always looked a bit childish, never seeming to change. The pages near the end trail off. A chunk of pages are missing. The final page has an image of two spheres and the words, "We orbit around each other." As I'm returning everything to the duffel bag, a wallet tumbles out flopping against the floor. A square paper slides out of the wallet as it hits the ground. I snag it off the ground, opening the wallet to put it back inside. As I flip around the small square, my hand pauses. My heart threatens to leap from my chest. On the small square that was tucked inside of the wallet was a very familiar view. One I saw when looking into the mirror. A view of myself around 3 years ago. It's me, in my villain outfit, petting a cat. As the shower shuts off, I am jolted back to reality. I shove the picture back inside of the wallet and bury it back into the bag, zipping it up just how it was before. I lay myself casually onto the bed, pretending to read a book that has been sitting on my nightstand for over a month at this point. A couple of minutes later, of pretend reading, Ray exits the restroom. He approaches and leans against the wall where he usually does by the window. This time, instead of smoking, he's fully focused on me. His intense look makes me squirm. It's either, okay. Does he know, though, that we were the villain, or, like, is he obsessed with finding this villain? And something must have happened back then. I feel like he would know, though, like now, that that's who we were. So, you were digging through my stuff or something. Did you have fun reading through my notebook? I would have read it for you if you asked me nicely. Ray levels a look at me. I was gonna say, like, doesn't he have, like, super hearing or, I don't know, something like that? It seems like you are unnerved by me on some level. That you don't trust me. He pushes himself off of the wall and walks towards me. So, ask me whatever you want. If you ask, I'll tell you anything. What do you want to know, Marie? Why do you have a... Should I say if it's a photo of me? I mean, I guess. I mean, that would be, like, if you already didn't know. I mean, both questions are interesting. I kind of want to ask, why do you have a photo of me? Because it's like, we might as well just be... You know what? Let's just do that. Kind of chaotic. Why do you have a photo of me in your wallet? A photo from 3 years ago. Do you remember what you were doing in that photo? I try and think back. What was I doing during that 3 years ago? My eyes widen. I was robbing a house. I look panicked at Ray. I'm not going to turn you in or anything, dummy. At that time, I was on my way to my next assignment when I saw you break into the house of Legislator Keck. I was going to quickly take care of you, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. It was an odd feeling. Before that moment, I never really had any issues getting rid of criminals. I truly believe that if someone commits a crime, they are opening themselves up to punishment. That the world was better off without them. But that day, something changed. I kept watching you run around playing with the cat, and something in me just couldn't compute that you were a criminal. His eyes peer into mine. You had a bag of everything you came there for in hand. All the jewels, money, blackmail. So, without a doubt, you were a criminal. But I couldn't get myself to dispose of you. So, I became curious. I kept trying to predict where you would hit next just so I could catch a glimpse of you. Sometimes I was right, other times I was wrong. Stalker? Ray laughs. I guess I became a little obsessed. You broke my ideals and I had to figure out why. Why didn't you say anything? I couldn't just talk to you. If you, a petty criminal, knew that you were on Binary Star's radar, you would have disappeared from the city. Possibly even the country the next day. But eventually you disappeared anyways. So you moved because I moved? By that time, I didn't realize how much of me depended on you. I couldn't sleep, eat. You were all I thought about. You had become my binary star, and without you, my balance was off. I became a zombie during my day. I would just smile and say what they wanted me to, and at night, I sought you out. I finally found you 3 weeks ago. I transferred to work in this city. I purchased a condo. I formulated the perfect plan to meet you. You were never supposed to figure out that I was binary star. Well, wait, well, yeah. Okay, so what do we think? I was hoping that you would either fall for me or binary star. Not both. Ray sighs and rubs his forehead in frustration. I just didn't expect your old partner to also try and chase you down, too. And now I know. He truly won't stop until he is 6 feet under. Ray levels an intense gaze at me. After 3 years, I came to the conclusion that you are what matters. Not crime, not justice, not criminals or villains or civilians or even Earth itself. It's you. Ray levels his gaze at me so closely I feel like I could hear his heartbeat if I focused hard enough. I promise I will keep you safe. I may not be the perfect, shining hero from the stars that everyone claims I am, but I will be your hero. I'm not sure how to respond. Some part of me knows thank you isn't an appropriate response for the situation, but we still want to say it, so maybe... I don't know. I actually don't know how to feel. Like, I understand, but I'm like, whoa, but like, you kind of don't know us, my dude. Ray can sense the conflicting expressions that drift across my face. I know that was probably a lot. I'll let you rest. He pauses as if he wants to say something, then decides just to leave without a wave, or with a wave. He gathers his stuff and exits the apartment. I'm left in silence with only my thoughts. It's obvious that Ray, or rather binary star, is dangerous to some extent. But when he talks about himself without the mask on, something about him just feels so lonely, distant. I sit down thinking over the previous interaction on repeat. I spend most of the day trying to research information about binary star, but I can't really find anything of value. The sun is already beginning to set, and the restlessness sets in. After a while, I can't help but do something about my complicated feelings at hand. Call Haley. I decided to give Haley a call. They warned me before that binary star most likely had some skeletons in the closet. Maybe they know more. Or maybe they don't. But either way, Hal's comforting voice is something that I need to hear right now. The dial tone rings softly. Hello, Marie? Hi, Hal. Marie! Are you okay? I tried texting you, but you never responded. I was getting worried. You kind of dropped off the face of the planet there for a minute. I'm okay. You sure? You don't sound okay. I bite my lip. Everything in me wants to run crying to Hal, but I can't be selfish. Hal essentially just lost their whole business with the chaos in the West District. The last thing I want to do is heft more stress onto them. Yeah, I guess I just missed you is all. I can hear Hal suck in air suddenly. Hal? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, me too. Are you okay? I hear a familiar voice in the background. Yo, is that Marie? Let me say hi. Wait, your face is so red. That's so funny. Stone Cold Hal down bad. A large smack sound reverberates over the speaker. Mild groans in the background. So, did you call for anything specific? Not really. But remember how you mentioned that you think all heroes have skeletons in their closets? Mm-hmm. The more powerful the hero, the more packed that closet's going to be. Why do you think that? If you have unlimited power, who will stop you? The government will do anything to protect their assets, after all. What do you think about binary star? Once again, there is silence on the other end of the call. Please, Marie. Listen to me closely. Listen to me closely. Run away from Binary Star. I did some asking, some digging, and nothing good can come from being around him. He will only cause you misery and chaos. You will never know peace again if you accept him. The best thing you can do is run as far and fast as you can. There is another pause on the line. I have to go. Just please tell me you will leave tonight and run very, very far away. I was unable to answer, unsure what to do. Haley's tone left no question of severity of their request. I'll find you again when you are in a safe place. The phone call cuts off suddenly. That's weird. Haley probably hung up. Or something else happened. I start to feel exhausted. Ray isn't home and it's already pretty late. I can't help but to wonder if it is because of our discussion earlier. It certainly left off on an awkward note. A bit of sadness stung in my heart. Despite everything, some part of me still trusted Ray. I get into bed, resting my body against the plush blankets, my eyes closed, covering me in the familiar darkness of sleep. A dream of a peculiar dream, one where Double, Haley, and myself are all heroes. We fight to defeat the ultimate villain, Binary Star. I drive a sword through his chest. He erupts into planetary dust, showering glitter all over myself. I don't feel sad, yet tears swell and pour down my face. The planet heals. It's finally over. The dust falls into sparks, and soon the earth catches fire. A wild flame licks my face and my body. I can't breathe. Help! I can't. As I dream, the smell of smoke drifts across my senses. I cough a bit, turning over. Huh? My eyes flash open as the scent of smoke permeates the area. Oh my god. Okay. I immediately sit up. My whole apartment is consumed by flames. I blanch. How could it have spread this much without me waking up? I quickly stumble out of bed. The ground is hot as flames lick the far wall. I cough as the smoke starts to get in my lungs. I can't stop coughing. This is bad. I glance around my apartment. I cough harder as I kneel over. The smoke is suffocating. I have to do something, and fast. We're on the fifth floor. I don't know if we have a fire escape, which, I would assume we would. I guess I should save here and see. We'll try the balcony door. I mean, it's our life. Binary Star, help me. I knew things were going bad fast. I yell out his name with all the force that I can manage. Binary Star, help me. Less than a moment later, a gust of fresh air bursts past me from my balcony. I look up, and the shining hero stands before me. He reaches out his hand towards me, smiling kindly. He is radiant, even amongst the smoke and flame. Despite the destruction around me, I feel no semblance of fear. I'm here to save you, Marie. Without hesitation, I grab his hand, pulling myself up. I throw myself in his arms, hugging him with the remainder of the strength of my body. He freezes, surprised by my action. Binary Star clears his throat and shifts his gaze to the side in a feeble attempt to hide how red his face is. After a few seconds of patting my head awkwardly, he shifts back. He squats, lower, settling his forearm underneath my bum. Binary Star easily lifts me up, securing my back with his other hand. He steps out onto the balcony, looking at me with a coy smile. Hold on tight. Okay, well, we're being saved. Suddenly, we are flying through the starry sky, his iconic red cape trailing behind. The night air is brisk as he flies past skyscrapers and stars. Soon enough, he settles me down onto a high-up balcony in the middle of downtown. You can see the whole city from here. That's kind of the point why they placed me here. He opens up the doors and beckons me inside. My jaw drops. This is your apartment? Condo, but yes. He smirks. Glad you like it. This is where you'll be living from now on. What? Unless you want to go back to your apartment, which I wouldn't personally recommend in its current state. But did he set the fire himself? so distrustful right now. He walks up to me, looking down at me with a serious expression. Plus, here I can keep you safe. I know where you are. I guess that makes sense. I promise not to impede. I'll be out of here right when I get a new apartment. An indecipherable look passes across his face, and I could almost swear I heard him chuckle. He turns away, walking into the apartment. We will see about that. What did you say? He turns around, smiling his signature radiant smile. Nothing. Come, let me show you around your new home, Star. I couldn't help but to follow him. He led me as if a gravitational pull kept us together. Part of me knew that something didn't feel entirely right. By then, I was already too enthralled by the hero. The way he shined. I couldn't help but to orbit around him. That's it? Okay, hold on. I want to make a different choice. I feel like I shouldn't have... Okay. Maybe we should go to the balcony door and then just sprint towards the balcony? Oh, okay. I'm really just... It's jammed. Well, we're stuck. I'm disappointed in you. Well, because, like, look, like, I'm scared. I don't want to be forced to live with you. You seem cool enough, but, like, I also would like to live my life. Like, it's kind of crazy where we didn't even address, like, this was me from 3 years ago. Why do you have a photo? But, like, you knew I was a villain this entire time and you didn't say anything, which is, like, fine in the sense of, like, well, I didn't want to be, you know, caught as a criminal, but, like, this is so weird. Binary Star looks down at me, radiant as ever. Even in these circumstances, he glows. You would really rather die than ask me to save you. Do you hate me? Are you disgusted by what you found out about me? Do you think I'm a monster too? Okay, well, we can't answer. Well... Okay. Tired of being a paragon for humanity. What you experienced earlier with the alien attack was just recon of sorts. Oh. Okay, so he doesn't want to be... He doesn't want to be superhero anymore. That is cool. Sorry, I can't even like read these out loud. I'm just like so into like what's happening. Okay. Some part of me thought you could save me. Well, okay. Well, I guess the realization of not being able to save him is good for him to know that we can't, you know, I'm just a person. You're also just another person. It's Ray. They're one and the same. He sheds his mask. He reaches his hand out towards me. He's shining brighter than ever, lighting up the whole room with his divine glow. Some stars are created by being ripped out by black holes, or ripped apart, rather. Do you want to be torn apart? Shredded piece by piece to be born whole, more bright and beautiful than ever before. Some part of me felt it wasn't necessarily a question he was posing. I guess we should save here. I'm gonna move away from him. I take a step back. Fear takes hold as tears cloud my vision. Ray, please, don't. He looks hurt. After all of this, you will still run from me. Binary Star's face falls. The glow snuffs out like a candle. Flames fade to nothing in an instant. I am surrounded by darkness, and I am terrified. My flight instincts trigger and I sprint towards the door. I reach for it, desperate. I crash full force into something soft. Really, Marie, I thought you knew better than that by now. Running from someone like me. His arm traps me into the corner. I can feel his hot breath dusting my cheek. What is going on through that little head of yours to think that that was smart? I guess we have to do things the hard way then. I don't like this expression. In the dark, a vicious red glow begins to shine. Binary Star smiles. His smiles the same I have ever seen. He smiles the same way I've seen 1,000 times among every billboard, poster, and magazine. Goodbye, Marie. And we're gone. A flash of red and a surge of pain. We're dead. Well, nothing. He carried forth with his plan. The war broke out due to alien invasion. All of humanity ceased to exist within a month. But he's by himself. Within a year, Binary Star had grown tired and lonely. He roamed and mourned, unable to answer the question that pressed in him, demanding a conclusion. With the last exhale, Binary Star fulfilled the final purpose he was created for with the first gift he was ever given. He shined so bright, all of nature was forced to bow before him. And so, for the first time amongst the deafening silence of galaxy dust, Ray finally existed. Completely alone. Okay. Well, I want to make, if we did take his hand, what would we do? What would happen? We take his hand. He smiles. Okay. Okay. So, okay. A Khazar that shines around me like a halo. Unsettled. Uh-huh. I hope you find what you're looking for. Okay. I will keep you with me forever. You're just gonna like suck us into this black hole. His lips passionately gain purchase amongst my own. I push back, desperately trying to convey what words cannot. That moment I feel the sun. Everything radiates. My heart beats. My skin hums. I feel metamorphosis. I look at Ray. He shines. Ooh. Okay, parts of me fade. Uh-huh. Soon my mind is no longer than my own. I shine with Ray, brilliant spread amongst matter and being. I fade. I am reborn. Huh. That's interesting. Okay, well, these are all the... I guess I didn't get all the... I have like 2 more. Okay, like pictures. What are the after stories? We only have 1. We only unlocked 1. Wait, okay, hold on. I kind of don't want to read that right now. I'm just so stuck in what we just witnessed. I don't know if would it happen the same if I like went for the window. The window's partially open. Okay, risky maneuver. We're crawling towards the window. Okay. We jump. We're hanging from the neighbor's balcony. We're slipping. My body plummets 5 stories towards the ground. Slammed into water, my fall somewhat broken by the shallow fountain below. Ooh, but we broke our... I can feel my spine and legs shattered in multiple places. Oof. Well, Looks like we died. Can we go to the door then? Okay, we're dying. Okay, well, I mean, there was other choices that I could have made, but like